Mark Rogers TV talking Big Ten football and the highs and lows in just a matter of a few hours in East Lansing, Michigan. Defeating Notre Dame on Saturday night in dramatic fashion, 34-31 in overtime. The head coach, the man who made the call to go for the fake field goal, throw the pass for the touchdown to beat the Irish. Head coach Mark Antonio, just 54 years old, suffers a heart attack overnight. Now, fortunately, and more importantly, D'Antonio seems to be fine. His heart suffered minimal damage, but it's indefinite when he's going to be back. So the head coaching responsibilities go to offensive coordinator Don Treadwell. He's a fine offensive coordinator, has really resurrected that Michigan State offense, but as a head coach, that's a completely different role and responsibility, handling 18, 19, and 20-year-olds. It's going to be interesting to see Michigan State 3-0, breaking into the top 25, riding that high on Saturday night, receiving the news on Sunday morning. How does Michigan State respond with a Big Ten opener against Wisconsin in 2 weeks? Speaking of the Badgers and the Ohio State Buckeyes, they're both undefeated, but with less than special teams. For Wisconsin, their performance in defeating Arizona State by 1 point was alarming in special teams. A 97-yard kickoff return given up for a touchdown, an 80-yard punt return that got called back by penalty, and then if you saw the play at the end of the first half, a 95-yard return by the Sun Devils stopped at the 1-yard line that most likely would have been converted into another touchdown if there had been more time in the first half. Wisconsin ironically saves the game when Jay Valai blocks a Arizona State PAT to preserve a 1-point win, 20-19. For the Buckeyes, it's been something in every game, even against the OU Bobcats. A blocked field goal. That comes a week after Ohio State gave up 2 long returns against Miami, and then in the opener against Marshall, a blocked field goal. So for the Buckeyes and the Badgers to stay in the national championship hunt, they've got to clean it up on special teams. Another team that looks to contend in the Big Ten, despite a loss on Saturday, the Iowa Hawkeyes. They went to the desert. They got swarmed and overwhelmed early, trailed 14-0, then later 27-7. Iowa collected themselves, got back in the ball game, looked like they were going to take it late, tied the game at 27. Then you got to see the weakness of the tackles in pass protection as Arizona sacked quarterback Ricky Stanzi 4 consecutive times. Iowa couldn't mount a drive on their last 2 possessions because the pass rush was devastating for Arizona. So Iowa tries to regroup as well. Michigan and Denard Robinson, he continues to be the savior. 345 yards amassed against UMass. But what about that Wolverine defense? They gave up 26 first downs and 439 yards. They missed all sorts of tackles along the line of scrimmage, missed some sacks in the backfield, and the secondary looks lost, or maybe they're just not that talented. Michigan's going to have trouble with the top half of the Big Ten Conference. And talking Penn State now. Let's put them on upset alert. The Nittany Lions, 24-0 over Kent State, having offensive struggles though. Evan Royster, one of the top backs in the country, 11 carries, just 38 yards against the Golden Flashes. And considering that Temple performance against UConn, as the Owls beat the Huskies 30-16, we put the Penn State Nittany Lions on upset alert this week. This is Mark Rogers TV and your look at the Big Ten.